Massive war games are underway right now in the Sea of Japan. The U.S. and South Korea are practicing maneuvers with hardware meant to command attention. One of the world's largest aircraft carriers leading a flotilla of ships and a fleet of 200 aircraft. It's a 4-day show of military strength that has North Korea threatening real war. David Common is following this story for us from Washington. David?
Amanda, call it punishment or provocation. That giant U.S. naval exercise has North Korea threatening a nuclear response. Just another day on the Korean Peninsula. Washington has deployed an aircraft carrier and a dozen other ships, along with fighter jets, bombers, and thousands of sailors for what North Korea calls a practice run for an invasion. Not so, says Hillary Clinton. It's just a rather forceful way to condemn the North.
The belligerence, the provocation, the sinking of the South Korean ship.
That ship, the Cheonan, sank, taking 46 sailors with it. The Americans, Canadians, pretty well all the West pointed the finger at the North. But a UN panel refused to punish Pyongyang.
Watch what happened.
Here's what likely happened. A huge torpedo exploded beneath the vessel. But the one in these images is different. It's a decommissioned Australian warship. Watch in slow motion as the warhead detonates, lifting the ship out of the water, sending its superstructure overboard and bending the steel girders that make up its spine. A second later, the ship crashes back, breaks its spine, and sinks. So, the war games starting today are really a loud knock at North Korea's door, something the North doesn't usually like. Newscasts in that country say the U.S. exercise demands a response. So, a test of North Korea's nuclear weapons, or something similar in coming weeks, isn't out of the question. North Korea is clearly unpredictable and wants to show the image that it is strong. All of this will probably fuel the escalation, but it's unlikely, Amanda, to cause an actual war.
David, why would the North have wanted to sink the Cheonan?
Well, that's been the big question, and the answer here in Washington and in Seoul seems to be one of succession. North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-il, is getting old. He's frail and said to be ill, and recently one of his sons was moved into a senior role overseeing the military. Well, if he issued an order to sink the South Korean ship, it would certainly raise his profile and help ease his move into his father's role.